WhispersRed ASMR. Hello there, this is Emma. I hope that you're well. This video is to show you something I'm really excited about. It's something I've been working on for nearly a year, so I'm very, very, very glad that it's finished. It's quite a big deal for me to have done this. It was very difficult at times. I shall explain why. As you can see, this is a computer. And I'm going to type something up at the top here. And that is W dot whispers. Red ASMR.com. And here it is. It's a new website. It's quite strange to have one. But I feel like it's really important to have one because, and for those that know me quite well, you will know that it's a big thing for me to explain to people what ASMR actually is and what it's all about and how lovely it is and how wholesome and calming and helpful it is. It took me quite a while to pluck up the courage to have a website, which probably sounds a little bit strange, but even though it's about ASMR, it's also a little bit about me, and even though I make videos, I prefer it not to be about me. I'm the kind of person who would much rather sit and listen to someone else than sit there and as I said, explaining what ASMR is and showing people how lovely it is a big thing. So in order to do that, you have to open up and speak. So this is me opening up and speaking. So I'm going to show you around and read some of it to you. So this is the home page, obviously, and here is a logo, very much the same as the video intro, the same font. And this is the video explaining what ASMR is. Why do you whisper? Well, there's a link to the channel, and down here is a link to a blog, and further down on the home page is some information again about ASMR and what it is and how it helps people, what it's used for, and what the videos are used for, and just a tiny bit about the history of how videos started and the community. Just a little bit. I thought it'd be useful for people who are just learning about the name for their feeling and that other people get it. It's so exciting. And I thought that could be a little reference for those people. So up here we have the home page, what is ASMR, and then an ASMR blog, and about me, and some little links to press and interviews and stuff, and a contact there to email. I'm afraid my voice is slightly croaky. I'm still getting over this cold. And some links here to social media, YouTube, Google+, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and contact again. Gosh, there are lots of aeroplanes out tonight. I don't know if you can hear, but that's the rumble in the background. So I chose purple for the main colour because that's my favourite colour, and I find it very warm and loving. It's my favourite chakra colour. And the background has a bit of purple in it, quite a lot actually, but it also has all the different chakra colours all mingled in together. And I thought that was really lovely, so it would give the website lots of energy. And feel very homely, which is nice. So this next tab is the blog, and the blog is called More Than a Feeling. More than a feeling, because ASMR is more than just a feeling to me. And there are a few posts on here already. There is some information about the first published research on ASMR, and something fun I wanted to show you about when I was interviewed on the Russell Brand podcast, which was awful, but never mind. And this is a post about how to make an ASMR video, and that's because I get lots of emails from people wishing to start out, and they would like some advice on how to get started. So this post is just from my perspective and things that I've learned along the way. Just some advice there. And on the left here, you can see a Twitter feed, and I retweeted something that Tori Amos posted. I love her so much. She made a massive difference to my life when I was younger. And here is the first post, which is called More Than a Feeling. I shall read it to you. Why more than a feeling? Not because I'm into Boston, you know the song, but because it perfectly describes what I feel about ASMR. Since I started making videos, it has become more and more apparent to me that there is a whole lifestyle and personality type connected to this. It is a physical sensation, but it causes a huge amount of positivity around the world, and I have come to believe that it happens in the most sensitive of us all. No matter where a tingle head is from, who they are or what they do, there is a common thread of love, kindness, sensitivity and understanding throughout the community. This ASMR blog is a record from my perspective of all aspects of ASMR, from the science to the spiritual. I will post about what I see and experience on this amazing journey of mine. I hope that you can join me, and if there is anything you wish me to write about, please ask. With much love and tons of tingly light, your friend Emma. And if you do have any posts, suggestions for me, then do let me know. I'm very excited to just have this platform, I guess, to express myself in a different way and explain things, talk about sometimes behind the scenes things, and write more in depth about subjects all related to ASMR. So do let me know. This tab is about, and I have to say that this is the hardest page that, well, was the hardest thing I've had to do in a while, and that's saying something. It really is. It took me months to write this, and it's not even that long, but I found writing about myself really hard. It was quite a learning process actually, because it made me think about some things and why was it so hard, and I don't know. Like I said, I'm not really someone who likes to sit and talk about me for very long, even though I'm kind of doing it now. Oh dear. Here we go. I shall read it to you. Okay. My name is Emma. I was born in Lancaster, which is by the northwest coast of England, and I moved to London when I was age 18. Now I'm in my 30s. Still, I live with my 2 children, 2 dogs, 3 chickens and 2 fish in amongst the fields just outside the chaos of the city. I am an ASMR content creator on YouTube and film videos in a little shed in my garden, which is true. This picture here is of the Eric Morecambe statue, which is in Morecambe Bay, where I went to school. I went to Morecambe High School, and it's just next to Lancaster. Lancaster and Morecambe are very close, and they are in the same district and taken care of by the same cancel. So I went to school in Morecambe, and I was born in Lancaster, and I lived kind of in between, all over really. So this is me standing on the Eric Morecambe statue, and when I was in high school we had a sixth form ball party, and the statue hadn't been there for very long, and we all thought that it would be hilarious to go and dress him up in our clothes, scarves and hats and coats. So we did. This was after the party, and apparently I've been hearing since we did that at our sixth form ball, then other sixth formers do it too. It's kind of a tradition. But Eric Morecambe used to live in Morecambe, and he's a lot actually of an icon, and we're all very proud. I used to sit on the same bench that he did and have my lunch, and I went to the same school that he went to, apparently. I do love him. And here we go. This is me and BB. And here is Boo and my white chicken, Eglantine, who's quite sick at the moment, so I'm nursing her. She's a very tough chicken. This lovely feeling has been a part of my life for as long as I can remember. As a child, I was sensitive, introverted, and definitely a daydreamer. Over time, the tingles became a soothing tool, something dear to me and a form of escapism. From daydreaming in class to falling asleep, listening to sounds from downstairs, it was a personal experience, and I felt very lucky to have it. It kept me calm when the whole world around me wasn't. I have a brother and a sister younger than me. I was very grown up for my age, and quite sensible and quiet. And they were quite often very cheeky and loud. I looked after them a lot. I did over time try to explain it to others in my life, but was often met with blank looks even halfway through the first sentence. I know lots can relate to that. It was always very hard to explain, and after time I stopped. Later though, I found that my younger brother experiences it. He named it the golden feeling, a perfect description. And then I go on to explain how I discovered the name for my tingles, and how I started on my journey to making videos. I won't read all of it, but and a picture. That's from the mic on the hairbrush video. There we are. So this page here is just a list really, just to kind of document everything, all the little bits and bobs that come out now and again. That's the very first, it was a newspaper piece for the Mumbai Mirror. That was in February 2014, which was last year. It feels like such a long time ago. And there's Maria and me underneath. And I couldn't believe it when someone said I was in a newspaper. I was so shocked. And especially with Maria as well. I couldn't believe it. I think most of what was written in there wasn't true either. But that was quite funny. And then this is a clip from Loose Women, which was on the 8th of July last year. And the video is there. And then it goes on, but there's the BBC News website. There was a Radio 4 documentary, but I don't have a link for that. I should have recorded it at the time, but I didn't. I didn't even listen to all of it because I can't. I find it really hard to listen to myself, so I don't most of the time. I don't mind being interviewed. I can quite happily sit there and chat to someone face to face about ASMR and everything, but to actually watch it back, I don't like it. And there's the Russell Brand podcast and an article for Gizmodo. This is Scott's documentary called ASMR Road Trip. It's really good, and I really like the way Scott explains ASMR and what it means to him. He does a really, really good job, and it's very professionally made too. So I recommend watching that. I haven't seen my bit, but people tell me that it's okay. So I just can't bring myself to watch it, but I really, really enjoyed chatting to him. He was really, really good to, he asked really good questions, and he was very respectful and gave me time to say what I felt I needed to say, so it was really good. So I recommend that. And this is a clip from a US comedy show, which I don't really know, but I managed to get a clip of it, and he plays just some clips of me and Maria, and a Roscoe Bell Rabbit on there as well. It's quite funny really. And Telegraph, and this is the ASMR You Ready website, which I think is so good, and it has has so much information on there and lots of really good interviews. It was a really nice interview to do and I enjoyed that. This website is run by Rebecca, who is Softly Galoshes, and she does an amazing job in representing the community, and she has some fun little quizzes on there which are really good. I like her a lot. She's lovely. So that's an interview there. And then lastly we have a contact page, and there's the postal address and email, social media and a contact form. And that's it. So it's so good to have it finished, and I'm so excited to use it to post on the blog. There's so much to write about, and lots of how-tos and that kind of thing, you know. It will be really nice to have it to say things and explain things in detail, because having a Facebook page is really good, but I wouldn't really leave long posts on there, so it's nice to have this to be able to do that properly. And that's it. I hope you like it. And as I said, if you have any ideas of what you would like me to blog about, then let me know. Another thing I'd like to say is that sometimes there are comments that talk about the loud adverts in front of videos, and it is annoying. I completely agree. But without those adverts, I wouldn't have any money coming through the channel to pay for things like all of the equipment you see there, and this laptop which I do all of my editing on, because the laptop I had when I started just died. I was rendering and saving and all of that stuff for so long that it just conked out and it wasn't powerful enough, so I had to save up, and it took a while, quite a while actually, but I did it, and that's because of the adverts, so thank you for putting up with those. It is very much appreciated, and it means that I can make videos. It's very important. Thank you. Hopefully one day they will just play calming adverts in front of ASMR videos. Let's see. There we are. Thank you for watching and listening. I hope you're lovely and sleepy and calm and ready for a really good night's rest. I have some videos coming up and I shall get going on those for you. The next one will be Sunday as usual. You take care and watch this space. It's really exciting. See you soon. Good night.